Have you found yourself saying or heard someone else that is in a relationship say, if this is really love, this would be easy, or things shouldn't be this hard? I sure have. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's simply not true. You must compromise and decide what is truly worth fighting over. Relationships are hard and a lot of work. And in my 3-year relationship with my boyfriend, there has not been a day where we did not have to put in some work. Today I want to share some tips that might help you have a successful relationship or marriage. Communication. Communication is key in a relationship and extremely important. It is difficult to have a successful relationship without communication, and it helps avoid unnecessary arguments. How many times have you had an argument that seemed totally unnecessary because there was not the correct communication? This has been something that I have struggled with throughout my relationships and even my previous marriage. I did not realize how my lack of communication affected my relationships. I had the tendency to shut down and not express what I was feeling due to not wanting to hurt or upset the other person. It took time and counseling to utterly understand how to effectively communicate. The article A Positive Psychological Program gives 4 steps to help with communication. Communicate your feelings to your partner without interpretation or labeling your observations. Let's say your partner is late for your date. Focus on the facts only that they are late. Do not interpret that the date isn't important or something else is more important. Communicate your feelings. Arguments tend to come from hidden emotions, but take time to understand how you are feeling. Tell your partner how you feel about being late to your date. Tell them, I am annoyed, or I am bothered by you being late because it makes me feel I am not important. Understand and express what your needs are. Give your partner a chance to decide if they can meet your needs. Tell your partner, I would like to be treated with consideration, and I would like to feel important to you. Request, but do not demand. Make sure your request is clear for your partner to understand. Tell them, this is why I asked you to be here at the time we agreed upon. Picking your battles. This is also something I had difficulty with and now observe myself and feelings before expressing them. Learning how to pick your battles when you disagree with your partner can improve the healthiness of your relationship. Try only fighting about issues that are important. Something that is not important, household chores. Couples tend to argue over household chores because they feel one is doing more than the other, or they feel unappreciated. Instead of arguing, express your feelings on how you think you both can work together to resolve the issue at hand. Try not to react immediately. Have some time to understand your feelings and gather your thoughts. Try not to yell and try to stay calm. Yelling was a big thing in my family, and I noticed it was something that I brought into my relationships, and I would immediately do in reaction to something. This took a lot of practice and weaning out of my normal habits. Try to be observant of your voice. If you feel you are getting to the level where you will be yelling, breathe and take a moment. Let your partner know you are upset and need to take a moment to calm down. Agree to disagree. If you and your partner cannot come to an agreement on something, agree to disagree. You always are not going to agree on things, and that is fine. Just like Kenny Rogers' song, The Gambler, you gotta know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Trust and honesty. In order to have a successful relationship, you must both build a level of solid trust. with each other. You want to feel confident in your partner and feel as though you are physically and emotionally safe with them. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Often in the heat of the moment, we tend to say something we do not mean. It is important to listen fully to what your partner is saying and process what they are feeling. As I learned from my counselor, listen to understand, not to react. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. You need to be vulnerable sometimes to really connect and be open with your partner. If you're not ready to fully open up, that is okay too. Vulnerability is hard and can be scary. This is where you need to have trust with your partner in order to be vulnerable with them. Respect each other. There are many ways to show respect to your partner. Be open and honest. Listen to each other. Value each other's feelings. Speak kindly and support each other. Respect is also important in a relationship. Be willing to give and receive. Compromises are important as well in a relationship. No two people are the same, and at some point, you and your partner will have a different approach or opinion. There are many things to help with the success of your relationship, and I hope I have given you some good points that you will take with you. Now that you have some tools, be sure to share them with your partner. Know that it takes time and work to be able to fully use these tools. Take one on at a time, and when you feel comfortable with one task, move on to the other. And just remember, it takes two to tango.